40% of Democrats are happy that President Trump got sick with COVID-19, according to a new Morning Consult poll. Sadly, you can see this for yourself. This is not hard to corroborate if you just open up Twitter. You'll see leftist pundits, politicians, and people mocking or even celebrating Trump's illness, and in some cases, hoping he will die, all because they don't like his politics. I wish I could say I'm surprised, but I'm not. This is what happens when your party dehumanizes people. And Democrats have spent years telling us women who don't celebrate abortion aren't real women. If you're black and you support Donald Trump, you ain't black. Unborn babies, they say, aren't people, they're just clumps of cells. We've seen leftists justify their violence against conservatives by falsely accusing all Republicans of being Nazis, and then encouraging agitators to, quote, punch a Nazi. And now this. 40% of Democrats are happy President Trump is sick with COVID-19? Again, I'd say I'm shocked, but what do you expect to happen when radical leftists have spent years dehumanizing anybody who doesn't adhere to their radical leftist ideology? This is what happens. They wish death on you. But let me tell you something. Your prayers should not be partisan. You should do what I did this week. I prayed for President Trump and First Lady Melania's speedy recovery, just like I prayed for the family of the late Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg after she died. Just like I prayed for the ultra-liberal Hollywood celebrity Chrissy Teigen and her husband after they lost their baby. Just like I prayed for a liberal CNN personality whose baby has cancer, because I am not a ghoul, and my prayers are not exclusive to my political party, because humanity is not determined by whether you have an R or a D after your name. That, what I just described, that is a normal way to act. But instead of acting normal, as Trump recovers and leaves the hospital to return to the White House, the left instead seems angry that he didn't die. In fact, when it comes to Trump's health and healthcare, the Washington Post's Jennifer Rubin wants to defund Walter Reed Medical Center. Keep in mind, Walter Reed saves the lives of our military service members. Former Planned Parenthood President Leana Wen likewise said, and I quote, "If Donald Trump were my patient in unstable condition plus a contagious illness, and he suddenly left the hospital to go for a car ride that endangers himself and others, I'd call security to restrain him, then perform a psychiatric evaluation to examine his decision-making capacity," end quote. Ms. Wen also dismembered unborn babies for profit, so if you want to talk about judgment and decision-making capacity, maybe we should start with that. Lefty pundits then claimed Trump can't be president now because he took a steroid to help him fight COVID-19. And to top it off, leftists want Trump's physician, Dr. Conley, to lose his medical license. These leftists who tell us to listen to the experts want the experts, like Dr. Conley, barred from medical practice because leftists are mad that Conley's medical advice contradicts their radical leftist political narrative. This is the party who tells us they're the party of science, but when science contradicts their ideology, they want the scientists canceled. So the point here is not only that Democrats have lost their collective soul in how they treat a fellow human being, that part is obvious, but imagine if these same people were in charge of your family's healthcare. The same party who wants to be in charge of your healthcare boasts 40% who are glad, who are happy President Trump is sick with COVID-19 and wants to use politics to determine the care he gets or deserves. Think about that.